New overnight, a Northeast Side shooting sparks a chain of crashes and lands one woman in the hospital. It all started when a couple went to pick someone up at the corner of I-35 and Weidner Road. When the man got in the car, someone started shooting. The woman in the backseat was shot, and the driver sped off towards a hospital. He got off at Starcrest, ran a red light, and crashed into a car. The driver of that car he hit took off. Then he ended up hitting another car that was stopped at the light. That's when the person they picked up ran away. The 18-year-old girl who was shot, now at SAMC, in critical condition this morning. Police are still investigating. A man is also in critical condition after crashing his motorcycle on the north side. This one happened about 11:45 last night. We're told he was speeding down 281 when he lost control near San Pedro, hit a guardrail, and then was thrown off of his bike. He was taken to University Hospital. Police say he either wasn't wearing a helmet or it was ripped off during the crash.
Now to the latest out of Corpus Christi and the tainted water crisis. 4 illnesses have been reported consistent with exposure to indolent AA86. The 4 people live in Zone 3 and have skin and intestinal issues that match those of exposure to the chemical, which is an asphalt emulsifier. Neither the city of Corpus nor the TCEQ have confirmed if these illnesses are linked to the water contamination. The tainted water is linked to a backflow incident from a chemical tank Wednesday night. TCEQ tells us, quote, the calls are unconfirmed complaints of health concerns and each are being followed up. We cannot release more information based on privacy requirements. The reason for our notice is that all of them appear to be in areas where water restrictions are in place and people should not be using water, end quote. The TCEQ, City of Corpus Christi, and EPA is reminding everyone about zones and who can drink or use water and who cannot. Right now, only Zone 1, there in blue, is allowed to use tap water for both consumption and other uses like cooking or bathing. Zone 2 in pink, water is available for non-consumption purposes, but it's recommended that children or the elderly not use the water at all. And then in Zone 3, in the yellow there, you see that along the bay, no one should be in direct contact with water in any sort of fashion. So right now on KSAT.com, Valero Energy's statement and their timeline of events as it relates to the tainted water. Their timeline includes issues dating back to before Thanksgiving. That's available right now with the rest of our coverage on the Corpus Christi water crisis. Just head to the KSAT.com homepage.
In your other morning headlines, an Indonesian plane has crashed, killing 13 people. The plane was headed from Timika to Wamena, which is just a 125-mile trip. We're told that flight just minutes away from its scheduled landing when the crash happened. Bad weather and low clouds in the eastern part of Papua were believed to be factors in that crash.
Today, the United Nations Security Council is expected to vote on a resolution for civilians in Aleppo. The draft resolution calls for UN staff already on the ground to carry out neutral monitoring and report on evacuations. Russia's UN ambassador said Friday he would examine the draft, but was skeptical that monitors could be deployed quickly.
A bomb attack at a military base in Yemen has left 23 people dead. The explosion happened early this morning. Officials believe it was a suicide mission. So far, no one has claimed responsibility for the attack. It happened at the same military camp where another suicide bomber killed 45 and hurt 50 other people on December 10th. The Islamic State group's Yemeni affiliate claimed responsibility for that attack.
President-elect Donald Trump says China should keep the U.S. Navy underwater glider it took from the South China Sea. Trump took to Twitter claiming China stole the drone out of the water. According to the Pentagon, the drone was seized Thursday while collecting unclassified scientific data. Trump's tweet came after the U.S. military announced it had reached an understanding with China over the issue. China said they plan to return the drone. Your time now is 6:06, 31 degrees.
Chilly out there. Bundle up.
Take a peek outside with CityCam. What a difference 24-hour makes. We're waking up in the low 30s this morning. We are taking a view of Concord Plaza that is located on 281 South. Isn't that a beautiful sight, especially with the chilly weather we're waiting?
Hey, their lights are still up. They're doing better than me this morning. I got some work to do when I get home.
That wind was pretty strong overnight, and it's still blowing pretty hard out there. Our Juan Acuna will have more in your forecast coming up. You're watching GMSA.
This holiday greeting brought to you by Ranger Firearms.
Hi, I'm Captain Justin Ratliff with Charlie Comey 2149 Medevac from San Antonio, Texas. We'd like to wish all our friends and family back in Texas Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Juan, what a difference a day makes, right? I mean, yesterday in the afternoon, I was out at the Cantera, like ringing the Salvation Army bell for them. And it was hot out there as I'm going, Merry Christmas. And then now it feels like the holiday
season.
Today
will be a good day to go.
Yeah,
went from wearing shorts to doubling up and wearing sweaters and winter coats this morning.
I know, I had to go dig mine out of the closet and dust it off a little and get it a little fresh, because you definitely are going to need it this morning. And if you felt the front come in, by all means, the temperatures took a really big tumble as that front basically plowed through San Antonio. So this morning it's cold and windy out there. If you haven't gone outside yet, I'm sure you hear the wind at least rustling the trees, maybe the bushes out there. This afternoon, the clouds will break a little bit. You have somewhat overcast skies outside, and the wind chills are going to remain in the 20s. Tomorrow, though, we're going to start off with a pretty hard freeze all across the region. I think temperatures will be in the upper 20s, still single-digit wind chills are going to be out there. Highs will struggle to get in the 40s, and then Tuesday, we'll still hold on to partly cloudy skies, but that's when we'll finally start to see the temperatures get just a tad bit milder out there. Outdoors right now, though, we're at 31 degrees. It's freezing, literally below freezing outside. The dew point of 13, so super dry air has made its way into San Antonio with the brisk northerly wind at 15, so it feels like 20 degrees outside. And look at the temperatures all across our viewing area. It's at 20 degrees in Junction, 24 in Kerrville, 36 out in Pleasanton. It's the seasonal temperatures that everyone has been wanting. And 24 hours ago, as I mentioned, yesterday at this time we were in the 60s, so we're 30 degrees colder here in San Antonio and ranging up to 40 degrees colder up the road in Fredericksburg. Now that wind is still brisk out there. Everyone has a 15 to 25 mile an hour wind, and it's still going as high as 30 out in Hondo, 26 miles an hour gusting here in San Antonio. So again, it's making it feel like the lower 20s here, 28 down the road in our southern counties, and then the single digits all across the northwestern half of our viewing area. So definitely, if you're going to be out and about today, grab the big coats. You're certainly going to need it. High pressure continuing to filter in. Lots of cold air, and it's not done yet. We're going to continue to feel this cold air probably for the next 48 hours or so as the front continues to push down to the south of us. We've got a little bit of some return coming in our southern counties, maybe a little bit of some frozen precipitation in our southwestern or southeastern counties, but I think a lot of that's not going to be hitting the ground, and most of it should stay out of our viewing area for the most part. It should remain fairly dry. Future clouds show the clouds breaking up this afternoon, so we'll look at partly cloudy conditions as we head into the afternoon hours. Even though the sun will be out, still going to be plenty cold out there, and the same can be said as we head into the Monday afternoon time frame. Wind chills remain in the teens all day long today. We'll be into the lower 20s here in San Antonio this afternoon, and all the way into Monday morning, we'll look at those temperatures near the single digits. So this afternoon, we'll look for an afternoon high of 40 degrees, and I think we are going to struggle to get to that point. So we'll look at 40 today, 42 on Monday afternoon after starting off with the fairly hard freeze on Monday morning. Definitely protect yourself, plants, your pets outdoors as well. Make sure they have a nice warm place to go to, and we'll start to see the temperatures mild up on Tuesday, Wednesday before another front comes in on Thursday and takes us back in the 30s. And at this point, it looks like we'll get another stronger front just in time for Christmas. So it looks like we're in a pattern of these fronts coming in, and the coats are going to stay out, and I think everyone should enjoy the seasonal time temperatures that are on the way.
Yeah, my mom and dad are coming down from Cleveland today. It's much colder up there, so it'll feel warm to them, but they'll feel right at home here in San Antonio with this cold weather.
Absolutely. It looks like we're finally off that roller coaster. It's here for a while.
Now we're just down in the dip.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thanks, Juan. Well, with the final days of holiday shopping and shipping deadlines among us, AAA is reminding people to protect their gifts. Here are some of those tips for you. Stick to familiar websites when shopping online, and also don't tell websites to remember or store your credit card information. Be sure to your home and your car insurance policies are up to date in case of home or car burglaries. And then, of course, move valuables and electronics out of the window view.
Well, basketball stars and rappers better watch out. There are some new kids on the block taking over the shoe designing game. No, not the band from back in the 80s and 90s. Dorenbacher Freestyle is a program that lets hospital patients in Oregon design their own collections. Braylon, called Braylon the Brave by her doctors, got a liver transplant when her liver failed from autoimmune hepatitis. Braylon soon used her shoe to tell her surgery success story.
My liver donor, she was 6 years old, and I felt like I needed to honor her and put her in my design. It's a really good thing, and it makes me feel like I have superpowers.
She also put 6 stars on her shoes to mark the 6 surgeries she had. Another 12-year-old named Andy, you see him there, made his shoes as a tribute to all of his nurses and doctors when he was hurt by a log that rolled on him. Both of the kids' shoes went up for auction and raised tens of thousands of dollars for that foundation. Pretty neat.
Very cool cause.
Time now 6:15, 31 chilly degrees out there.
And we have more local news ahead. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Time now 6:18. 2016 has been a wild year in sports. Around the world, we saw a 100-year curse broken and gymnasts taking the nation by storm, plus more. CNN's Steve Nanez has a year in review in the world of sports.
The Cubs win. For long-suffering Chicago fans, it was the party of the century. The Cubs beat Cleveland to win the World Series for the first time since 1908, finally ending the longest drought in baseball.
I'm just like weeping openly right now. I'm covered with tears and tears, and I just can't believe that this is happening.
But Cleveland celebrated in 2016 as well. When superstar LeBron James brought the NBA championship to his home state.
My one mission was to bring a championship back to Ohio, back to Cleveland, and back to Akron. And look up there, it's right there.
It was the first major sports title for the city since 1964. Peyton Manning went out on top. Considered one of the best quarterbacks of all time, number 18 retired after leading the Broncos to a Super Bowl win.
It's a unique thing and a neat thing to be a part of NFL history.
San Francisco 49er Colin Kaepernick became a national lightning rod for what he did on the sidelines, refusing to stand for the national anthem, saying he didn't want to, quote, show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. And the Rams returned to the West Coast.
LA Rams! LA Rams!
And fans chose sides.
They never should have left. They belong to Los Angeles.
We've given them all we have, and if they don't want it, then move on.
The Rio Olympics saw record highs and record lows. Swimmer Michael Phelps, already the most decorated Olympian of all time, pushed his career medal count to 28, 23 of them gold. Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt sailed through the 100, 200, and 4x100 relay for a third time at the Olympics. And teenage sensation Simone Biles won a stunning 4 gold medals in gymnastics, helping her team, known as the Final Five, take home a record-breaking 9 medals. But in a bizarre twist, American swimmer Ryan Lochte made headlines after he competed, claiming he and 3 other swimmers were robbed at gunpoint at a Rio gas station. Police say there was no robbery, though the swimmers were confronted after they vandalized a bathroom. Lochte later admitted to exaggerating the story and was charged with falsely reporting a crime.
What a year. The only thing would have made it better is instead of the Cubs winning, my Indians might have won the World Series, but it didn't quite work out that way.
Oh, next year.
Maybe so. Still waiting for the Browns to win a game, too. Time now is 6:21, 31 degrees. Monday morning, and here it comes. Frank Wilson leading the UTSA Roadrunner. Great season, and what a turnaround for that program. Look forward to seeing more next year.
Yeah, indeed. We'll wait for that. We have more local news coming up in just 3 minutes.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Oh, it's a chilly Sunday morning.
If you've been waiting for some weather to get you into the Christmas spirit, I think it's finally arrived.
It finally has. Let's check in with Juan Acuna, our new meteorologist here. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, you warned us of it yesterday, and man, did it hit us last night.
Yeah, we went from air conditioners in the afternoon yesterday, and then we turned on the heater.
That's right.
Rapidly at night. At least I did.
I'm trying to remember, did I turn off the air conditioner? It was pretty cold this morning.
And look at that. We're freezing literally officially out at San Antonio. We're at 31 degrees. It's in the 20s up in the Hill Country region. So we had 60s and 70s at this time yesterday. We're about 30 to 40 degrees colder than this time yesterday, if you can believe it or not. So that front certainly did its job. I have a couple of little light returns on the Doppler radar to the southeast, but nothing too significant, nothing to get overly excited about. As we look at some of the advisories out there, we do have a freeze warning that's in effect for Bexar County, much of our viewing area, in fact, and that's because we are seeing those freezing temperatures at this point. That goes until noon today, and now that this freeze has occurred, we will no longer see a freeze warning for the remainder of the season. Once we get a freeze, that's when the freeze warnings stop, according to National Weather Service. We do also have wind advisories in effect. That goes until 10 o'clock, and that's because those winds continue to be out of the north, 15 to 25 miles an hour. And look at that. It's making it feel like the lower 20s out there. It's making it feel like the single digits up in Junction, Fredericksburg, for our friends up around Kerrville near the Lakey region as well. And these temperatures are going to hold on steady for the remainder of the day. In fact, I think we'll only top out into the lower 40s. We'll take a full look at the forecast. All the details coming up in just a bit.
Well, new from overnight, San Antonio police are looking into a deadly hit-and-run accident. Around 1:30, someone called police about someone lying in the grass on the access road near Highway 90 and Loop 410. When EMS arrived, the man was already pronounced dead. Police believe this was a hit-and-run incident, but no one was around to see anything.
In your morning headlines, tragedy at a wedding Saturday night in California when a tree falls, killing one. It happened in Whittier, California. We're told several people trapped under that tree, including a 4-year-old who is now in critical condition with head trauma. 4 others suffered some bumps and bruises. Another tragic story out of Arkansas this morning as road rage incident ends with the death of a 3-year-old boy. We're told that boy was out shopping with his grandmother when a driver started shooting at her car. The boy was hit and killed. The grandmother was also hit but is expected to be okay. Police say the shooter was a stranger and was apparently angry at being in traffic. They're now looking for that shooter who was last seen driving a black Chevy Impala.
In Afghanistan, 14 people are killed in a traffic accident. Another 40 people were hurt. About a dozen of those people are in critical condition. Police say a public bus hit a tanker carrying fuel on a main highway this morning. Traffic accidents like this are common in that area due to the unpaved roads and high speeds. Hundreds of people die each year in traffic accidents alone over there. Well, shade, it's something San Antonians look for 9 months out of the year, and there's no better shade than that of an old expansive tree.
Yeah, but the city has a large populations of trees, but when it comes to an exact number, well, that's a statistic we just don't know.
Justin Horn explains why that may soon change and how knowing that number could help us all.
One look at these beautiful canopies, and you never know this serene neighborhood was once disease-stricken.
Oh, it was terrible. I mean, the problem is that this area was called Whispering Oaks for a reason.
Oak wilt spread to dozens of trees here, and once it takes hold, it's difficult and expensive to combat.
You have to cut the tree, otherwise you run the risk of them falling and, harming your home or whatever.
This tree stump a reminder of what oak wilt can do, and while this neighborhood is now mostly oak wilt free, they say they are for anything that can help solve the problem. One solution is now being proposed by the city.
What we want is a better way to measure our tree population.
In other words, San Antonio may soon be turning to a tree census of sorts.
We have no idea what the types of trees are, how old they are, how big they are.
In the past, aerial imagery told us how much of the city is covered canopy-wise, but the actual number of trees, well, that's anyone's guess.
So if we have, I'm making this up, 80% of our trees being oak trees, well then we may be in trouble.
Because in that case, we'd be more susceptible to oak wilt than we ever knew. The new proposal calls for the city's trees to be surveyed by a person, a certain percentage each year, which in turn is projected to help the health of San Antonio's entire tree population.
Whatever the city's willing to do to help is certainly going to help our neighborhood.
Justin Horn, KSAT 12 News.
That project's official name is the Forest Inventory and Analysis Program. At a cost of $150,000, it'll be paid for with the city's tree mitigation fund. The proposal will go up for vote at City Council on January 19th.
A family of heroes showered with gifts this holiday season. Airman Cato Martinez not only fought for our country, but is fighting another battle after his wife was killed in the Belgium terror attacks. Her 2 youngest children survived the attacks. He and his wife were together for 22 years and have 4 children. Today, those children rejoicing in gifts from building houses for heroes, including a mortgage-free home.
I try not to think about how much I miss her, but that's what I was feeling when all these people have come together to show this much love. Just look at the house. There's no way this could have happened without her hand, without her being part of this.
Well, Building Homes for Heroes believes building a home doesn't compare to rebuilding lives for wounded veterans and their families.
The city of San Antonio is hosting a holiday market this weekend. You can mark some shopping off of your list and support local entrepreneurs at the same time. It'll run today from noon until 6.
Well, it's at Open San Antonio, I should say, a pop-up shop initiative from the City Development Office. Now, that is located at 217 East Houston and 231 East Houston. The property offers local entrepreneurs no-cost short-term leases and vacant downtown properties.
Perhaps you can find some last-minute gifts there. We are just 1 week away from Christmas. It's coming fast. Time now, 6:37, 31 degrees.
Well, still ahead, Kawhi Leonard is swapping his jersey for a Santa suit and how he's using his Spurs celebrity status to give back to San Antonians.
Look, it's Santa Claus. And tonight, Tim Duncan is also hanging up his jersey for good. Coming up, we talk to Spurs fans about what it'll be like seeing number 21 hanging from the rafters instead of being on the court.
The San Antonio Spurs will be back on the court tonight, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. But the main attraction, Tim Duncan's retirement ceremony.
Yeah, Timmy and number 21 go together like San Antonio and Spurs, and that's why his jersey number will be hanging up in the rafters for good. KSAT's David Sears and RJ Marquez talked with fans recently about what it'll be like seeing number 21 hanging from the rafters after 19 seasons on the court.
It'll be like when you see his number hanging from the rafters on Sunday night.
I'm going to cry. We were just talking about that at dinner today. What are we going to do on Sunday? I said, I'm going to make me a shirt. My son's going to have Tim. I'm going to have Duncan. I'm going to have my daughter say, we love you. And then I said, no, I'm going to be the part that says we love you.
When you think of the Spurs, you just don't think of it without Timmy.
It'll be sad for me because I hate to see him retire. I need one more year. Just one more.
I'm actually phoning in sick on Sunday, the day of the big game. So don't tell my boss that.
Are you going to cry? Are you going to get emotional Sunday night when they raise his number to the rafters?
I already did that. That's over now. I'll be tears of joy.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. With everybody else, it's going to be great.
Going to be sorely missed. Big time.
But you'll see him every time you come to the arena.
I know. We'll see him. Yeah, but it's not going to be the same not seeing him on the court.
He deserves it. He belongs there. First Hall of Fame ballot. He's going to be special for us. Can't wait to see him on the bench sometime coaching the Spurs.
I mean, he's always been there. It's weird, like you said, 19 years, and now there's no Tim Duncan. It's still the great same Spurs, but yeah, no Tim Duncan.
19 years is just not enough. I wish it could be another 19 years.
Oh, I heard everybody's going to truly miss him.
Yeah.
Before the game, our David Sears and RJ Marquez will be on Facebook Live. They will be asking you to comment on the live stream and to share your favorite memory of Timmy.
And Timmy might not be playing on the court anymore during the games, but he's certainly, his presence still being felt. He's showing up to the practices, so he hasn't gone anywhere.
No,
he's still very much there.
Absolutely. And I'm sure he will be for a very long time.
I believe so as well.
And speaking of which, good thing that's indoors tonight because it's so cold. I was looking on my Facebook feed and the city of Chicago talking about their game today for the Chicago Bears might be the coldest one ever played in Chicago with a kickoff temperature of 1 degree and wind chills negative 25.
No, that's not fun.
No, not at all. I'll watch that one on TV just to see how cold they are.
You're going to need like 5 pairs of gloves just so, oh God, that's brutal.
So it doesn't feel that cold here when you think about that.
It's certainly cold for San Antonio and Texas standards, that's to say the least, and it's actually below freezing outside right now. But what we have going on is the 31 degrees in San Antonio officially. It's 31, the same temperature out to the east in Gonzales. We have some upper 20s, even some lower teens up in the hill country around Junction, Fredericksburg, Kerrville as well. We do have a freeze warning in effect until noon today. Wind advisories in effect until 10 o'clock this morning, and that's because those winds continue to be pretty brisk outside. And these 20s and 30s are going to continue to stay with us all day long today. So if you're hoping that the milder temperatures will come this afternoon, not going to happen. That was set for yesterday where we were just, it was hot outside. Temperatures got in the 70s, even some 80s and 90s down in the Rio Grande Valley out near Corpus Christi as well, and not the case anymore. These northerly winds are the contributing factor to that. They're going at about 15 to 25 miles an hour, so it's making it feel like 8 degrees up in Rock Springs, 8 in Kerrville, a couple of 6s from Junction to Fredericksburg. It only feels like 20 degrees outside here in San Antonio, 17 degrees up the road in New Braunfels, 13 in Austin, and these are very, very cold temperatures, even for this time of year here in Texas. So this air definitely had some Arctic air with it in origin. And as we look at the wind chill forecast later on this afternoon, we don't do any better in the lower 20s this afternoon. It may get up into the teens up around the hill country, but that's going to be about it. And that's going to hold true even as we go on into Monday morning. And we're looking at 11 degrees there. And then in the afternoon, we may get into the middle 20s. So today, it's going to be partly to mostly sunny out there. We are going to struggle to get into the 40s. By 1 o'clock, we'll be at 38 degrees under mostly sunny skies. And look at temperatures all across the area. It's negative 25 in Bismarck, North Dakota. It's very rare that we get this amount of cold air sinking all the way down to the south, and that certainly happened for us here with this particular frontal passage. As high pressure continues to build on in, we do have a stream of moisture coming in off the Pacific right now. We're going to be in between this layer of clouds just to the south of that here in San Antonio, so I think we will see the cloud or the sunshine, I should say, later on this afternoon. All the rainfall associated with this particular front is well off to the southeastern half of the United States. So future clouds precip shows the clouds beginning to break up this afternoon. But again, we have like 2 layers of clouds in this region. So I think we're going to be right in between those. And I think we'll see that sunshine later on this afternoon. So as we look at the day planner, we'll be at 36 degrees at noon, 33 as we head to the 8 o'clock time frame. Tonight, though, it'll be cold, freezing temperatures out there, a hard freeze in store with temperatures into the 20s area wide, teens up into the northwestern half of our viewing area. And we go to 40 tomorrow, 42 on Monday. We start the work week very cold, and then we start to get mild on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Even the first day of winter starts at 444, 65 degrees. And then we'll get a series of fronts coming in, and we'll keep the overnight lows pretty cold in the 30s and 40s. And then in the afternoon, not too bad, fairly seasonal in the 50s and 60s.
I mean, this is a 30-degree difference from yesterday morning to today.
Yeah, absolutely. It just took all that warm air and oof,
yeah.
Just took it all the way out.
Yeah.
It'll return again eventually.
Eventually, I'm sure.
All right.
Typical Texas.
Thanks so much.
Well, there are lots of Santa